Hello, this is Kirill from forex.com, and this is the second tutorial in our series of MQL4 tutorials for complete beginners. And today we're going to be talking about variables. Just before we start, I wanted to quickly say that if you've gotten this far, you're doing a great job, and just don't get put off if you find that you're not being able to understand everything in this tutorial right away. That's fine. That's absolutely normal, and especially if this is the first programming language you learn. And it's because programming languages are not simple to understand right away, but as you practice more and more and you write more bits of code, the knowledge will kind of sink in and make more sense. So basically, practice makes perfect, and I'm always here to help you out if you get stuck. And now moving on to onto variables. There are many different types of variables in MQL4, but we will start by focusing on 6 of them, 6 main ones, and I'm going to be using the code that we started last time in our previous tutorial. All I did was, as you can see here, tutorial 1, there's 2 files, tutorial 1, tutorial 2. All I did was in tutorial 1 I clicked file, save as, and I saved it as tutorial 2, and then I changed this 1 over here to a 2, and that kind of allows us to save the previous one and start working on tutorial 2. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this down, just add a few new lines by clicking enter. Also, I'm going to expand this window because I find it easier to work like this. And so variables. Variables are like boxes. There are boxes into which you can put some sort of data for storage. For example, we can have an integer box which is declared or created by using the word int, and then we type in the name of the box. Say here we'll say my integer 1. And then we have to put a semicolon on the end. A semicolon kind of completes an operation and turns this line into like an executable line. And so basically my integer is a variable or a box which can store a value, an integer value. That means that it can't store any other values, it can't store a piece of text, or it can't store a color or anything else, but it can store an integer. So how do we put an integer in there? Well, it's pretty simple. All we have to do is we go my integer 1 equals, and then we put in an integer value. Say, for example, we want to put a 5 in there. And that's how we store integers in this variable. Now, in order to check that this variable has been recorded properly, we can print what what the variable is actually. We can print its value, and to do that, we're going to use this alert, and we're going to get rid of this hello world part, or actually even better, we're going to practice using comments. So we're just going to comment this line by putting 2 slashes. As you can see, it's turned gray. That means it won't be executed anymore. And we're going to add an alert. We're going to say alert, as last time, brackets, semicolon, and inside, without any quotation marks, we're just going to copy the name of this variable, my integer 1. I'm just going to make this a bit prettier. So alert my integer 1 should print the value of my integer 1. So we're going to compile. We're going to go back to the terminal. That's from our last tutorial. Here we see tutorial 2. We'll drag and drop, and as you can see, we've got a new message saying 5. Perfect. Now we'll go back to our code, and we'll create a new variable. And this time we'll create a different variable. This one will be a double. Double in programming is a variable which can store decimal points. So I'm just going to format this. Okay, so my double 1, and we're going to give my double 1 a value and say we're going to give it a value of 10.56 semicolon, and let's print my double 1 value, and we'll do it in a similar fashion. All right, and compile. Oh, sorry. We're going to compile, we're going to go to the terminal, and we're going to drag and drop. As you can see, we got 2 messages now, so 5 and 10.56, which is great. Now we'll go back to the program, and let's look at what other types of variables we can have. We can have a string, something that will be useful in the future, my string 1. Then we can have Boolean type of variables, which are declared as just bool. This is my string, my bool, boolean 1. We can have a color type, my color. So, and please notice that you spell it the American way, color without a U. And the last type is daytime, my daytime 1. Alright, so let's try giving these a few values. For example, we'll give my string, and you can see MQL4 is quite smart, so you're prompting us to choose this variable, and that kind of saves us time from typing. Just have to click enter. My string 1, and then here you can give it a string. As you remember from previous tutorials, strings are have to be in quotation marks. So here we can specify a string like my name is Kirill, and my boolean 1, it can be a true or false value, so true, for example. And yeah, we're not going to worry about color and daytime at this stage. We'll just stop on these. So we'll go alert, and then another alert, and here we'll put in my string, and the last one we'll put in my boolean. We'll compile that and see how it runs. We got 2 warnings saying that these variables are not used, and that's fine. We'll just comment these out because we're not using them at this stage. Just compile that, no errors, no warnings, and hopefully we should see 4 messages this time. We'll go to the terminal, drag and drop tutorial 2. And here we can see, so that was the end of our last message. You can see based on the time. And then this time we got 4 messages. We got 5, 10.56, my name is Kirill, and true. So basically that's how you create and use variables. Don't forget, just look at, think of them as boxes of different types. So each box can only store variables of its own type, and so values of its own type. And that's all for today. Have a play around with that, and this source code is available, will be available on forexpo.com. And until the next tutorial, happy coding.